The Matrix did a new thing was really good. I want to talk a lot about that. I think it was really exciting. And then there was a couple other things that was kind of good too, like the Red Door thing, the Counselor thing, the Wall thing, a couple different things on this Picard episode, the Star Trek Picard episode 308. This rare surrender spoiler review. But before I show you the episode and also before I talk about the episode 2 a little bit, just want you to know that I feel awful. I feel totally annoyed because I was making this video already and it failed because the computer froze. I get tired. I get tired of talking about this. I've been talking about this non-stop for days, for weeks. This is like month number 5 or 6 that I've had this problem. I feel like I'm stuck in a bubble with all these different problems like all around me physically and in the computer and on the internet and like this all around me mentally. I just want to on the anniversary, the 20th anniversary of Tiffany Combo, and I just feel like this is pretty devastating. There's sometimes like feel like I just gotta talk a little bit fast and also do this on my daily blog, and I've been doing this for so many years. I've been online for the past 30 years since the 90s, and I've been devastated, especially the last few days, and especially like the past few months, and been pretty devastated. I think that's how the Star Trek people feel. I feel like I'm tired of running into all these different problems with making videos and making my blog and making this and making that, and I can go on and on for 10 hours straight. You have no idea. You probably don't believe me, but it's totally true for those who don't know if you'd ever been here before. I just feel pretty devastated, pretty beaten up. Oatmeal Joey Arnold here, making another video. My earlier video broke too when I was making a video about the Tetris game. I was watching the Tetris movie just a few hours ago, and then I spent an hour making a video about it, and then it was gone because there was no audio, and now there was no video because the computer froze. The computer may freeze again because it keeps on doing that because it has a lot of problems, just like data had problems and he totally broke. And that's the one thing I wanted to talk about, how it reminds me of the Matrix, how Neo went inside Agent Smith. That's right, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, hello, Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Smith. And like he went inside him because he thought he was taking over Neo in the Matrix movies. The Matrix. That's right, the Matrix trilogy starring Keanu Reeves. That's right, the guy that was also in the what do you call it? John Wick, the John Wick movies. Isn't the black guy in that movie too? Wow, it's almost like they're trying to make the Matrix movie all over again. Except it's like they never got out of the Matrix, and maybe they shouldn't have ever get out of the Matrix, like gotten out of the Matrix kind of thing. Because if you stay in the Matrix, you can like fight and stuff. And maybe they made it too easy. Maybe they should have kept it as a long series that was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get out, and then you don't get out because if you get out of the Matrix right away, then what else can you do? I mean, I guess there's a lot of different things you can do as you saw in the 3 or 4 movies, and they made a cartoon. So I guess you could go that route, but it could also be interesting to not get out of the Matrix right away and then like explore that aspect of knowing that there's something outside, because that's kind of like the Truman Show. That's right, the Truman Show starring Jim Carrey. That's right, Jim Carrey from The Mask. Kind of scary, not to be confused with the water world. Anyways, so the Matrix thing that happened in Star Trek Picard was they had 2 partisans. I was worried about the idea of having partisans because if Data's personality is an operating system, then the only thing that matters is whether or not you have enough space for the operating system. And so the exact size of a partition in a computer doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how big or little a partition in a computer is. Now I know it's Data, it's a robot, it's an android. It's a little bit different maybe. What they explored was a little bit of the idea was like he had memories. Okay, so he talked about it. Okay, look, I'm from South Park. I'm that guy from South Park. Okay, all right. So he's exploring his memories, and he gave it to Lore. And in essence, he was basically putting himself in Lord's petition, and he was volunteer, like, he was basically like, it was kind of like a Trojan horse kind of thing, and it's kind of like the TikTok 686 bill. It's like you sneak something into the bill that can allow for the government to spy on you and then throw you in prison for any reason, which is like the Patriot Bill, Patriot Act. It's devastating. It's mumbling my mouth. I'm losing my heart. I'm losing my soul. Almost like losing my petition, like if I was a robot. And he's like, oh wow, I'm more human now. In the end, he was able to escape. I mean, he was able to resurrect himself. Like he's Jesus, Hotep Jesus. Like, wow, look at that. Wow, you were able to make it on the Simcast with Chrissie Mac. Good job. You were able to resurrect and get on the Simcast. Good job, Hotel California. Oh man. Anyways, I probably look happy and angry at the same time because I am. I'm in many emotions. How I feel and what I'm doing and what I'm failing at is pretty devastating. I feel like I'm just gonna give up because I'm not. I think I'm not, but because I'm just like still juggling. The title's still on. I'm gonna take off the title of this video off the screen. God damn it. Because Kathy stole my bag and YouTube stole. What do they steal? Oh yeah, they stole my bag too. Over 10,000 bags. That's a lot of bags, YouTube. God damn it. And Lord stole Data's bike. Wow. But then he got it back because he did the Neo thing in the Matrix. That's right, and he just totally took it over. Anyways, I'm feeling devastated, but that's kind of how you feel when you almost die, kind of thing. But he was able to come back, and I thought that was really cool. I have a lot of thoughts about that. I'm thinking about it, but I really gotta go. So it's just like, what happens in the movie? Well, it starts off, in the episode, so it starts off with the bird people have control of the spaceship, and then Picard's son wants to give himself up, and he explains how he's able to puppet people, and then he tries to do that. They try to take control of the spaceship, and they're not able to do it. And then later on, Jack goes onto the bridge, and they have a little bit of a fiesta, and then Data was able to wake up and take control, and he pretended to be the computer system or whatever, and they had a little force bubble thing, which is what people live on. Some of the people are living in little bubbles on Twitter. And I was talking to them about the 34 things that he was hit with that doesn't say anything. It's based on something that they didn't even talk about. So the bird people fell out into space and froze to death, kind of like my mice that I put in a tree, and they froze to death and fell off the tree, except for one. I always like to tell that story. I looked terrible, but she looked really bad when she froze to death and then cracked into a million pieces like hunky dory. Dory? Where's Nemo? Where's my car? No. Humpty Dumpty, that's right. Humpty Dumpty is just like cracked. Totally cracked. She wasn't on it, she just cracked. It was terrible. It's devastating. It's almost as bad as me. I look like a little Sniff if he was a little bit skinnier. That's horrible. What an insult. Take that back. Means World Productions will never ever. Oh man, it's not gonna work. I don't know. My videos are too long, even though they're too short, but they're also too long. What a paradox. What else happened in the episode? Basically, all that kind of stuff happened, fighting and stuff. It was good. And Worf was able to save Riker, the counselor, Troy, and everybody came together and they had a reunion. It was like it was the show all over again, and they were around a table, and then the counselor is like, I feel a darkness, and it's not in your son, but it's like around your son or something, like he's possessed or something, like there's something inside him. And so she goes and she's talking to Jack, and it's like, oh, open the red dog, big red dog, open the red door. Okay, open the red door. Okay. There's a little bit of a mystery box in that, and it's a little bit problematic. Like, the show's not perfect. Okay, so, spoiler alert. Is it too late to say spoiler alert? 2023, 4/6, Thursday, 2:30 a.m. 20th anniversary of Tiffany Gumbo was yesterday. I didn't really make any videos or anything else about it. I'm mumbling my words on purpose, actually, because I think it's kind of funny. But also trying to save time, too. And I'm also just, like, pissed off and everything for a million things. So what am I supposed to do? I'm going to walk you through the episode. I probably didn't mention everything, but I really don't have time. Don't have time because I got to fix a bunch of problems that are annoying me. Totally annoyed and totally bothered. But like, what's a boy gonna do? Totally bothered, ooh, I got a lot of problems. I'm just looking around at all my problems. Like, I'm looking at that. That's a problem. Working on that. I'm kind of being literal, and I'm also being figurative too when I'm looking around. Like, part of the time I'm like literally looking around at nothing, and part of the time I really am looking at problems, because there are problems. It's always on my mind too, because on my mind there's a lot of different things going on. Maybe that's the mind of a captain. Maybe I belong in the sky. So they're having conversations while they're still captured before Wolf comes and rescues them, like Luke Skywalker in Sky Wars. I mean Star Wars. When Skywalker resurrects, saves Princess Leia, Mrs. Cinnamon Bun in A New Hope. Before that happens, they're just talking about life and the good and the bad, and what went wrong in their marriage and their family, and how their son died, and how she was like he felt betrayed by what she did, but then she felt bad about what he did, and then went back and forth. Here's the son of Picard, Will Crusher, who's also in You, playing Joe's alter ego. He wants to give himself up, and then they make a compromise, and he goes on the bridge later on to help save the day. He helps save the day a little bit, and the robot Data helps save the day. Here is a map of Data's brain, his robotic brain, because he's a robot, android, AI, a little bit AI. The programming is AI, basically whatever AI is, except a little bit more advanced. The red is lore, the blue is Data. Oh, look, it's one of Data's memories. It's the blonde girl that he had sex with. Hey, look, it's the cards. And that's kind of a flashback. There's an Easter egg to, like, there were episodes with cards. So many cards. And Picard and cards. So many cards. It rhymes with Picard. How convenient. One of the episodes is where they were like forgetting things, or they were in a time loop thing, and they were always playing poker at the end of the episode. That's one of the Easter eggs. Gordy was a little bit sad. Jordy, oh no, you're gonna lose your best friend, the robot, the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. Oh no, Lore's taking over. Almost every single red dot is Lore. There's not a single blue dot in the map behind the robot. And here's my last memory. It's Spot, my cat. Oh, my favorite memory. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. This can't be your last one. You didn't even talk about your daughter. Where's your daughter, goddammit? Why didn't you talk about your daughter? You should have talked about your... I guess one of the problems is his daughter looked too much like that other girl from the first 2 seasons. There was this girl, and she's like part Borg, maybe, and then she had a twin sister, and then she was in the prequel season, which was the season 2 thing, where she's the daughter of the scientist person who looks just like Data. Why does everybody look the same in his family? And so Lore takes over Data's memories, and then he becomes Data, and Data comes back, just like in the Matrix. So they were able to take over the spaceship. They were able to save the day together again. All 7 of them, representing all 7 seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation, the show, the series. And who are they missing? They're probably missing a few people, but these were like the top 7 actors for the show. And they're here at a table. They had a table like this, a little bit different in the show. And they're talking about the problem that they got. They want to save the day. There's only 2 more episodes left to show everybody a good grand finale. And then the counselor goes and talks to Picard's son and says, "Okay, let's go open the door. Let's open the door together. Don't you want to open the door? Do you want to open that big red dog door? The big red. Don't you want to go down that road? Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to do that?" There they are. There they are. And that's the episode. Now I'm going to go back to having a panic attack.